Hey, it's Applin, and now in this video, we are going to get into calendars. So in your snapshot, you have two calendars, a sales calendar and an onboarding calendar. And if we click the calendars feature, first of all, we can see a nice little calendar UI. Here's where you can see all your appointments for your different calendars, both sales and onboarding. But if we click over into calendar settings, here is where we can actually change the settings for both our sales and onboarding calendars. Now, there's a lot of different use cases for calendars, specifically in high level, and it's a surprisingly large feature. So we're not going to cover every single little detail that you could possibly control here. But the main thing that I want to draw your attention to is availability. Set the main availability for both of your calendars, the weekly windows of time where you are on the hook to have somebody book a call from the calendar widget on your website, and then click save. You can further dial in availability with like calendar integration. So if you want to block off time on Google Calendar, there's a way to set that up. You can do Outlook or iCal as well. And like I said, we're not going to be able to hit on every detail related to calendars in this video. We really want to keep the momentum up, but I've included a link beneath this module with a bunch of help docs on the different sub features related to calendars. So click the link beneath this video where you'll be taken to a host of information and everything you could ever want to know about the calendars feature. But now that we have the basic availability for specifically our sales calendar setup, let's go back over to automations and then click on the new sales call booking, appointment confirmation, and reminders workflow. We can see this triggers when there is a new appointment. And the first thing it's going to do after moving the opportunity, like we talked about in the last module, is it's going to notify you an internal push notification and email notification. Then it will confirm the appointment with the lead, with the contact, the person who set the appointment, and set a series of reminders to help make sure that they show up for their call. And to tie this back into the rest of the sales flow, let's actually head back to our website and edit the sales call calendar page, where you can see once you're in the page editor, if you click on the calendar, we can see that we've embedded our sales calendar in there. So this is really connecting the dots, hopefully, from the website to the calendar, to the corresponding workflow, opportunity pipeline, stage movement, etc. And what I'll do now is I'll actually preview this page, and I'm gonna go ahead and just set an appointment really quick so we can see what that looks like. So I pick a time, and then I put some information in, and I click schedule, and voila, I've got an appointment set. And if I head back into my calendars section and toggle on the sales calendar, I will be able to see that appointment in my calendar. There's one more thing I want to show you in this video, which is that for specifically appointments that are set in the past, appointments that exist in the past, you can update the status to no-show. So I'm going to drag this appointment over to pretend like it happened in the past or was no-showed in the past. Click on it, and then in the status area, I will set that status to no-show and then save it. This gives us a good opportunity to review one workflow we have not reviewed yet, which is the no-show workflow. Changing that status actually triggered this workflow, and now there's automated follow-up going out via SMS and email. All of this stuff that we've been talking about with calendars and the way they interact with workflows and on the website, etc., this all applies to the onboarding calendar as well. So you basically just have two iterations of this, two different sets of, well, two different calendars, two different web pages, two different sets of workflows, but you have the call reminders and the no-show and the opportunities. And we can see my test lead is actually in this workflow in the wait stage. So this is a great way you can double check that things are working. You actually see the number corresponding to the lead and what stage they're in. So again, calendars are super powerful. The way they interact with workflows, super powerful. The way all of these features really interact together to create a system for marketing is really, really powerful. I highly recommend just taking a little bit of time to test some of these workflows, break them open, make sure you understand particularly what triggers them, because you never know as the system builds out. If you start adding customizations, you really want to keep track of that stuff, because almost any action you take inside of high level or that a customer takes on your website can end up triggering a workflow. It's kind of one of those with great power comes great responsibility type of moments. We see this system is very powerful, but we really need to know what we're doing in order to make sure that things don't fly off the rails. So with all of that said, once you have your sales calendar set up and your onboarding calendar set up, and you've tested the automations associated with those calendars, you can go ahead and move on.